the end of this video. Frequently asked questions with 3 film directors.
Yo ninjas, welcome to a new Ninjakees vlog. Right now it's the 2nd of February 2024. So right now I'm gonna upload for the 3rd time, Party Time, the one shot on Manga Creators. So here I made a new thumbnail for Party Time, the one shot, to upload it on Manga Creators. Before I had a different thumbnail. And over here is the thumbnail that I just made. It's just cut out from the other ones. Now I'm gonna upload it for the 3rd time because right now it's a new month, so maybe it will change. I already uploaded 2 times and see if the algorithm or likes or views will change. I have no idea if Manga Creators is legit for this. But yeah, that's also to check out and also to participate again for the monthly rewards, because every month is new monthly rewards, and then maybe if you re-upload it, it can participate in it again. I'm not completely sure about that. If you are a Manga creator already or something and you have more info about that, just let me know in the comments. Maybe you already have epic manga there. So yeah, if you also have a Manga Creators manga on there, just let us know in the comments what your title of your manga is so that people can find your work, if you want to share it at least. So yeah, also got some awesome news from a fellow mate that told me he had tickets left for something that I already wanted to go to, but I couldn't find where to get it exactly, or I thought it was further away. But yeah, a fellow mate, Jumbo, thank you very much. Yeah, had some tickets left, so I'm really hyped for going tonight to a fellow mate's movie he has been working on for a few years. I already knew about it before, and now it's finally time to see the movie. I'm hyped. Can't wait to see it. Already wanted to see it, but yeah, it was like, I thought I couldn't get a ticket for some reason. But luckily my fellow mate that went with other people had some tickets left that didn't go anymore. I already asked a few other people to go with us, but they couldn't go. But yeah, tonight around 8:45 p.m. until 0:00 the movies will start. It's a short movie that my fellow mate worked on, and yeah, I'm hyped to see it. So yeah, I also got this new camera where I still have to get a bit more used to, and also make videos like this for you ninjas. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you even enjoy these kind of videos. Also, I'm way more early up these days because right now they're drilling outside. I'm not sure if you can hear it. Well, I'm not sure if you hear it, but they're drilling outside all the walls, replacing shit. And they're drilling from 8 a.m. in the morning until like 4 p.m. in the midday. So because of that, my current, at least today's and yesterday's sleeping schedule is totally different. I'm normally like a creature of the night, but as you know, but yeah. Right now, I have a different sleeping schedule. But yeah, that might change tonight because it's weekend and they work from Monday until Friday. So today it's Friday, so tomorrow they don't work. Therefore tomorrow can sleep longer. But yeah, it's kind of nice to have a more of an earlier rhythm, to have a more of daylight and such instead of creature of the night. But hey, yeah ninjas, if you don't know it yet, read Party Time, the one shot on Manga Creators. It's a manga that I've been working on for quite a while now, and hopefully you will check it out, and let me know honestly what you think about it in the comments on Manga Creators or here in this YouTube video if you read it. And yeah, it's really awesome that also other people that you know making successes in the creative industry, and yeah, hopefully I can also do that someday, to be successful with my own IP or something that you worked on, you know, passion projects. Yes, ninjas, if you are also working on something you love, hopefully you can also find some success in there. Then success also means different to different people. But yeah, if you can have your own movie in the cinema, in the real cinema, I think that's a success. Also on TV and all that, and working in the big industry. Yeah, with manga it's a bit like different. You have to be published in stores and sell a lot of copies. get an anime, games. Well, if you're really successful in the manga industry, your movie will also, there will be a movie made about your manga, and also in cinema. Just look like Dragon Ball, One Piece, Pokemon. Yeah. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Good luck, ninjas. Ishh. Oh yeah, look at this. Ninja-chan got this new light here that I can borrow from her or maybe buy from her. But you have this remote here. And if you click it, you can do it on and off. If it works. See that? And also different colors. Let me see. Here, look at this. Look at how cool that is, man. Green. What color do you want? Blue. No blue. Ew. No, red. I already have blue over there. Look at her. Got blue. And the red. But yeah, it's now daylight, so not necessary. Well, it makes a nice atmosphere also for gaming or streaming and all that. And yeah. Do you hear that? They're drilling. It's now 13:23 p.m. Getting a bit cold. Let's go inside. Whew. Alright. So I just uploaded Party Time the one shot again. It's now among the new manga over here, as you can see. So check it out. Maybe it got a new chance. I have no idea. To be seen. Yeah. Too bad the face is not. The thumbnail's a bit annoying, man. Like how they cut out parts. Like, and if you look over here, then those thumbnails are maybe different where it appears. Ah well. I will. So we're gonna eat soon. Right now, Daantje is gonna listen to music. It's now almost
too early.
6, 7. Here's Ninja-chan. What are you doing?
Killing Ninjakees. Yeah.
Wat doe je, man? Dit is niet voor de vlog. So I'm here editing this video. I'm still working on it. It's a lot of work. Already a lot of work in this video, but yeah, it's not done yet. So this is my timeline at the moment, and yeah. Also right now the issue is with this drawing tablet that it doesn't work again. So the drawing tablet doesn't work again with this pen, and that's really, I wanted to draw like last on the live stream. Before the stream it worked, now it doesn't work. Here, look. Here, look, if I do this. If I do this, it does do nothing. And also if I calibrate it with the software. I've heard the software, the Yuan stuff, so I click on it, yeah, look. Cannot connect. And this is every time, really annoying. And then when I send it back to the repair people, they say probably that it does work at their place. This was last time also the issue. I reversed and removed the cables and all that, but yeah, maybe so checking later on, maybe checking on Daantje-chan's PC over there. But yeah, we need some space for that. So maybe then it works. And then I know if it's a software issue or a hardware issue. So over here is Ninja-chan's PC with our stuff, and yeah, so maybe checking out here to see if the tablet works on her on this desk, if there's space to put it at least. Like, I want to make more manga, but I noticed that making it digital makes it easier, sort of a hack. But then again, I can always draw some stuff offline, of course. But I also am working on this new video here, this manga video, but it takes a long time because I want to make it well edited, I suppose. But yeah, these videos are maybe more simply edited. So also Ninja-chan brought here her tripod that I maybe can use for going tonight to the cinema. So at 7 a fellow mate will come to go to the cinema. So yeah, I'm really hyped for it and wonder how the movie will be. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it already for a while. He was already working on it for years, so yeah. Tonight it's time to check it out. Witte Wieven, Witte Wieven. Or how you say it in English, I don't know.
Wat? Dat is een Drenthe.
What?
Dat is Drents.
Wait, what do you say?
Witte Wieven, dat is Drents.
Wat is dat dan?
Dat is de mist boven de Drentse hei. Dat noemen ze Witte Wieven.
Ja, daar gaat het over.
Dat is uit een boek.
Maar dat is echt de folklore, Nederlandse folklore.
Ik las dat vroeger in mijn boek.
Alright, our first mate just joined, O'Sheeran, for the movie. Do you know nothing about it?
I know nothing about it, man.
Well, it's about Witte Wieven. I don't know if you ever heard about Witte Wieven.
No, I didn't.
Like I believe it's like a Dutch folklore kind of, yeah, spooky shit. Back in the days or something. I don't know exactly, but do you like horror or?
No, not really. But hey,
Oh.
we're surprised, so no problem, man.
All right.
We'll see.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm wondering what you think about it as well. So, I guess after the movie, we give our how we enjoyed it.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Or something. I don't know. Here's Daantje. Yeah, she definitely doesn't like horror. So.
Nee.
Witte Wieven. All right, so it's now 7, and now we're gonna go to the Rotterdam. Yeah, Pathé.
Let's go.
Pathé Schouwburgplein. Yo Ninja, so right now we're at Pathé Schouwburg. So we're gonna check out the film Witte Wieven. Witte Wieven, or I'm not sure how to say it. But yeah, it's gonna happen here at 21:00, 9 p.m. So gonna wait for another mate that will come. And one is there behind the cam. So yeah, looking forward to that. Alright, we're here next to the poster of Witte Wieven. Here's the sneak peek. Gonna check it out in 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Hey, look here. DJ. And oh yeah, here Sebastian. And where's the other guy? Rocky. Where's the Rocky? Is he not here? I don't see it, man. Rocky, where are you? Zie je hem? Waar de fuck, hij is de acteur, een van de acteurs. Ik zie hem nog ineens. Rocky Schouten. Too bad, man. Rocky's not on it. What's this, man? Sorry, Rocky. Sorry, man. So we had some snacks with the movie, some popcorn, Coke, iced tea and such. Sebastian. So here's a long line, people waiting for the movie. Yo, Jumbo. So here's Jumbo in Tener, and I'm also doing a voiceover right now because the audio had some technical difficulties and some stuff was not recorded.
The director of Witte Wieven, Didier Konings.
Yo DJ, what are Witte Wieven?
Witte Wieven
zijn
are mist creatures, mostly feminine, female goddesses. They live in the forest and or at cemetery burial places or in swamps. You will find them in a lot of places you shouldn't go. And it's based on it's an actual folktale
In Dutch, right? Dutch folklore.
Dutch folklore, yeah.
That's awesome, and to see
Yeah.
that on the big screen.
Yeah,
Are there also men with the Wieven, or is it only?
they're mostly female. Yeah, yeah. Or they are female, always. Yeah. As far as we know, of course.
And what was the
Yeah.
meaning again? Witte.
So witte comes from the word witty. And witty is the Old English word for wise.
Wise.
And wieven means women.
Yeah.
So it's wise women. And that's what they are. That's what they stand for. They help women that need help. They help other people that need help.
Yeah.
But if you have bad intentions, what you
Yeah.
see in the movie,
Yeah.
they can kill you in
yeah.
brutal ways.
So be careful.
16 March, the movie will be on television
Yes.
around 9, I believe, at the NPO 3. So everyone, if you want to see the movie, 16th of March, keep an eye.
Check it out.
Check it out. NINJABOX.
Witte Wieven.
Witte Wieven.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you also want to see Witte Wieven, check it out on the TV coming soon. All the information in the description box below or in the comments. Yes, ninjas.
All right, so we're back in town, and yeah, it's now 1:30 a.m. So we've seen the 3 movies. So Oshiran, what did you think about the first movie?
The lighting was, well, it sucks. It's too much flashy lighting. If you can get diseases of it. So no, not that great. And the story-wise was a bit unclear. So.
And about the second one?
Well, the story-wise, it was clear what he wanted to tell, but I think how the film was made was a bit off. So they could do more in detail, less in how you would view the world, I guess. A bit difficult to explain, but some scenes were not that great and didn't fit in the movie. The still life, so the empty streets and everything. If you have 1 hour in Amsterdam to leave the city, you will never find empty streets. No way. So it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
The third film was well, the best of all. No, I'm not biased because I don't know them.
Yeah.
You do, so.
Yeah, maybe biased.
Yeah, let's say that. Well, the music was well placed and fitted the screen and the action, so that's okay. And the basic dynamic scenes were. Well, natural.
Yeah.
Instead of the others were well, clearly made. So that's what my opinion is. Yours? What's your opinion, man?
Okay, so there was the first movie, which was like horror and talking about transgender and the issues with that, including a piece of horror. The second one was a slice of life, with if something terrible happens, like a nuclear bomb or something, or an atomic bomb. And then the last one was more medieval-like, to explore Witte Wieven. It's literally in the title. The first one had a lot of lights. It got a bit crazy sometimes with the lights. The lights were like if you go into the club partying, okay, yes. But now it's like you sit in a chair in the cinema, all these lights. So it was sometimes a bit, yeah, flashy, a bit too much.
They need to put a disclaimer in from you can get epilepsy.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't the message. Yeah, that it's sometimes hard to have issues when you have like change your gender. Yeah, but then with the supernatural, it didn't really speak to me that much. I guess you can get a viewpoint into that, but yeah. And then the second one was like a slice of life, and then when something terrible happens, I think that one was more like the first one was not too clear, but maybe a bit. Yeah. And then the second one was quite clear, like what people would do, I guess, when something terrible happens. People go in panic and all that. And yeah, it's at the end I expected the woman and child being saved, and then the other two people that left the child were going to die. But then the baby was carried, and that was, yeah, at least she did save her child, I suppose. So that was good, I guess.
She made a hard choice.
She had to make a difficult choice, and well, the baby was saved. And the last one, maybe I'm biased, but I think that was my favorite one, because also the setting, like the setting, the visual effects, the acting, the shots, the music, and also Witte Wieven, like years ago, also searched up what it was, or some Dutch folklore, but there's not that much, or not much of the Dutch folklore, like you have werewolves, witches, okay, of course witches, mummies, but a lot of those things are overexplored, or at least it's quite known. But Witte Wieven is like a Dutch folklore that is not really explored yet on the big screen, and I think this is a great way to put it on there, and it was done in my opinion, a legit way.
Yeah, from scary to in the end Mother Nature, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not still completely sure what Witte Wieven is. I guess maybe there could be more story even to it. Because do you know what it is?
Well, in this setting they try to scare the people with the story. And it's mainly about the power the church has. And they tell you it's the devil, and you shouldn't go near it or something like that. But in the end, it may be more like Mother Nature, of nature helping out the people who live near the forest, or any other power they believe in and in that moment.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Yes, so Mother Nature, it also felt a bit like they're like against the religion, right? The devils, because of the...
Yeah, well, the church calls everyone a devil if it's not agreeing with their philosophy.
Yeah, I suppose that's a thing too. I guess every folklore, like werewolves, vampires, witches, and what else is there? Mummies. They're all devils, I suppose. But I think Witte Wieven is another creature that could be added to that roster of those. Yeah. And now it did. Not sure if it's the first one. I think there's an animation before as well, but now it's in live action. Yes.
Yeah, well, nothing to add to that.
Frequently asked questions. 3 film directors.
Is it like, because you worked with Martin Koolhoven for this, it was sort of a collaborative project in a way, and I know the films are going to be screened on the national television tomorrow as well, right? Yeah, so for you it's sort of like a jumping off point as filmmakers, and how did you experience this?
Thank you for giving the mic to me first. Well, it was a collaboration. Not really collaboration. He was more of a guide in the process of writing the script, and he came to watch the edit a few times. But the the thing that's really rare about this project is that the makers were actually left to act very freely. And usually you have a lot of input from film funds or other people, and this was basically a tryout to see what would happen if you just let the directors do what they want to do. Well, this is what you get. And so what was the rest of your question? What it was like? Well, that was great. The freedom was really nice.
Yeah, I think I completely agree. And also because it's genre movies, and there's not a lot of space in the Netherlands for genre films. I mean, it's starting to grow a bit. I think last 2 years some came out, and now hopefully we open the door for the rest of Dutch young talent who's dreaming of this. And I think it's great that we also, there was no interference. So you could go as ballsy, extreme as you want to go. And that's something that never happens. Basically, always someone of television would say, "Are you fucking insane? That's not gonna happen." And now it was the other way around, like, please be more insane and make it all happen. So yeah, that was great.
I cannot agree more. It's the freedom, the risks we were able to take to develop projects that were out of the box, and to explore things we haven't seen before, stories. I think that's important nowadays. I think there's such a fatigue, especially with genre films, to have certain things not being told, or certain stories that become very generic. And I'm very proud to be part of this group of 6 filmmakers that were allowed to explore concepts here in a very free way.
Thank you very much. So I'm sure all of you must have a lot of questions as well. So is there anyone from the audience who wants to ask a question? Yes.
Yes, so my question is, thank you very much for the very cool my question to DJ is, what was the most demanding part of your creative process in producing this movie?
Should I repeat the question? Could everyone hear it? Yes, so the question was, if I recall correctly, what was the most demanding part of envisioning the project? Yes.
Well, when I started with this project, it's about a trans woman from Pakistan. Well, I'm not trans, nor am I from Pakistan. So it was quite, the beginning was quite all about the subject, like how do we do this, how can we make sure that everyone's included, everyone feels safe. So I met Naya Zakrel, who is not an actress. It's the first, I cannot believe it, but it's the first time she ever played in a movie. And from the beginning off, like, she was a big part of the developing of the story. So her cultural background, the ishhh community where she comes from, it's her own personal story. So it was so rich as a horror filmmaker to let, literally Pandora box open for me in terms of colors, richness, the power, and I didn't know that like the ishhs are third gender, so to us is like a big spectrum of genders, and I never knew that, and so I learned through her a lot about her story, and then of course I think it's a pretty violent movie. And I wanted to show the violence as it is, and it's based on violence that happened to trans people worldwide, and I think it's actually happening today, right now. So I really wanted to make sure that violence would be shown in the film, especially with the stoning scene. So that was the most demanding route, I think.
Any other questions? Yes, of course.
First of all, congrats to all these amazing filmmakers. Well, we saw 3 incredible shorts, but in my mind I'm thinking, like, if you would have had the availability to make it feature films, did you already think in your head like, oh, but then I would have taken it to another act, or was it in your head, all of you?
Okay, I'm just repeating the question for the room. So you asked, when you were making these films, they're mid-length, but did you already sort of fantasize about how you would shape them if you had the chance to make a feature out of it?
It's a great question, by the way. Yeah, feature length allows you to explore more depth, and we were tasked to do basically a mid-length film, 15 minutes, or around 15 minutes. But I would have loved to do that, and I would love to do that next for sure. Especially with this story, there's such a laser focus on the main character, Frieda, But there's also, during this process of making the film of like 2.5 years that we spent on it, you discover all the other characters that were also interesting, and a feature film allows you to explore those depths with also the other characters, and also it's such a world that started to become alive, and there's so much more to discover there too, so you have to make compromises, but for a feature film that would be great to have more room to explore that.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think for my film, it's a bit rushed, but I kind of like the rushness of it because it just goes on and wider and crazier. So I think that's kind of my style. I hope to also have in a feature film. But I do think to get closer to your main character, you just need some more time to live with her, to really understand her. So for me it counts. Like I would spend more time just focusing on her and on her inner worlds.
Not every concept works well as a feature film. Some really work well for short films. I think what I did now with the time frame of you have 40 minutes, that works really well for this length. If you would prolong it, it wouldn't work. Having said that, there are two things that I really wanted to tell also with the story, and I just couldn't fit it into the story because it would stand in the way of the tension. And that is that, in fact, if there was ever to drop a nuclear bomb on Amsterdam, which will never happen, so don't worry, if the impact would actually be rather small. Those bombs, those nuclear power heads are actually really small. So only the people in the center of Amsterdam are fucked, and everybody who's outside of the city center, basically on the other side of the eye, are totally fine. So the biggest disaster is just what we do to each other. And also something I would like to emphasize is that nobody really takes responsibility. Everybody's like, yeah, we don't have a protocol, so I'm not going to make decisions. And that is a real problem in a situation like this.
Any other questions? Yes, all the way in the back.
Yeah, I have a question for the director of the film, Witte Wieven. What was your, what else, man? What was your challenge for your location, filming in the forest? I think.
The cold. There was a lot of layers to this film that were challenging. One of them was the forest, the cold, and the darkness. Was a lot of night shoots, as well as the language of the movie. I don't speak it. I do now a little bit, but there was another layer that I really wanted to push for that reality, to make it very authentic to medieval time. So yeah, that brought a lot of layers of challenges to it. As well, the animals, they had their own will. It was very hard to direct. They were not listening to me. Maybe next time. But that was great. We had a snowstorm. There's no snow in the film. That wouldn't, continuity-wise, that would have been a problem. So there was a lot of nature has its own will, and it's hard to control that. So. But it also gave a lot of great things, like the breathe of the cold condensation out of everyone's mouth. It's almost in a way that the Wieven are almost there all of the time. So there's such cool things that you get from it as well. Hope that answers your question.
Yes, over there.
I also have a question for Didier from the Witte Wieven. I'm wondering why you chose to visualize the environment of the Witte Wieven in the end.
It's Mother Nature in its form, and I felt a very angelic form, a very human form that she can connect to, almost like a mother. Would be the best visualization of that. As well, it's just her point of view of that reality. So I leave that open to the audience, of course, in the end. But it's she embraces that as a very safe space in relationship to where she came from. So that sort of form gave her that safety.
Any other questions? right mind, at least I can answer that question. So I was wondering, Lois, for your film, it's sort of set in Amsterdam. I'm sorry to drop this, but I couldn't help think of Corona because of all the deserted streets. So I was wondering, in how far was the film inspired by current events, and how far was it like purely imaginative? And how did you approach it yourself?
It was not inspired by current events at all. It was inspired by a Vice article I read 10 years ago about those atomic bunkers underneath a metro station. It just sparked this fantasy of what would I do if something like this were to happen? Would I take my bicycle and go all the way there, even though I live in the west side of the city? But whilst making it, this was actually before the threat of Russia happened. Whilst making it, I became more and more aware of how unprepared we are as a country, in fact, and it's something that I would like to do more with.
Any other questions? Yes, over.
For all the three of you, is there any sneak peek you can give away on things you're still working on this moment, or upcoming projects we can look forward to?
No, because then you're going to steal it. No, I think something in this corner, what I'm already making, but something that is more realistic, something that might actually happen due to the current geopolitical problems we're facing now. But also something about responsibility and being unprepared in the Netherlands.
I'm currently working on my first feature film, which I'm shooting in 2 months. I need to laugh because I'm not super prepared for it yet. It became quite quick for us. I was developing for a long time. It's called Meet Jimmy, and we were first doing it in the States, and now we're going to do it in the Netherlands. And it's about a serial killer podcast, and if you listen to it, then the serial killer can listen also to you. And when you listen to him, he will manifest in your life, and he will hunt you. So hopefully in this cinema soon.
I discovered that there's such a fatigue over the years in genre films of you've seen so many zombie films, vampire movies, and I really feel that there's such unique stories like Witte Wieven that are so bound to our culture, and there's so many more folklore up for grasp with unique creatures and mythology, so I'm definitely exploring that at the moment, and there's a lot of cool things I already discovered there to maybe make into a feature film.
I think we have time for one more question, so this is your shot.
All three, you maybe have a nice anecdote to share that
I have a very, very raw one. Since it's a raw movie, it's an honest anecdote. When I did the audition, when I was rehearsing the film, Charlie Chandaglet, she plays, of course, Eva in my film. I think she did amazing. And when the opening scene was, while she was doing the belly dance, she also said to me that she was pregnant, and I didn't know that. And I didn't know that in that scene. And then when I now in hindsight see this film, she's talking about a man, and that the dancer is, rubbing her belly against the man's face, and he doesn't know that she's pregnant. She basically was it herself. So that was a pretty cool anecdote. She surprised me, but I do see it actually in how she plays it. So that was cool.
My anecdote would be about the writing process. I was writing a script for 9 months, and it was actually about 2 sisters. And this is a secret, so don't tell people. 2 weeks before the end, I threw away the script and started over again. In 10 days' time, I wrote it instead.
There's a lot of adventures we've been on. One of the funny things that happened was one of the birds. He flew away, and he had an owner, and we had to wait for 30 minutes for the bird to come back. That was quite a fun moment, and it really created such a bonding in the crew because everyone had laughter out of it, and everyone was calling in for the bird, hello, hello, and on the walkie-talkies, and it became such a fun joke during the scene. And ultimately, the bird ended up in the movie. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah. That was the name of the bird, Jeffke.
Well, thank you all for coming for Q&A. There's one more question. I mean, we're basically over time, but we can do it. It's fine.
It's not really a question. I just wanted to say, amazing job, all three of you. Super films. I really enjoyed all three of them. And this one's directed to you, DJ. I'm really amazed what you did with Witte Wieven, and I can't wait until you get more budgets.
Thank you, and I would like to use that as well to thank my cast and crew, because you don't make a movie by yourself, and we had a really powerful team of filmmakers that were very driven to tell this story, and I'm very grateful for that as well. And they're in this room as well, and a lot of them are my friends and became my friends and family, so very grateful for that, and I would love to continue that journey with them. Yeah.
Wish you all a lovely evening, and keep your eyes peeled on the new works that they will be bringing.
DJ!
If you also want to see Witte Wieven, check it out on the TV coming soon. All the information in the description box below or in the comments. Yes, ninjas.
Anyways, it was a fun night, and I was happy O'Sheeran could join, and also thanks to Jumbo, my mate, that helped with the tickets.
Yeah, sure. It was especially the movies different than normal. So it was a fun night indeed. New experiences, always good.
Yes. All right. Thanks for joining. Until the next one.
Until the next one.
Ishh.
NINJABOX.
Witte Wieven.
Witte Wieven.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ninjakees. Thanks for joining once again, Ninjas, NINJABOX, and see you ninjas next time. Ninjakees out.